All right.
It's a good day to have a good day. Hey man, say man, you already know what it is. I'm Styles the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Jonesy's back.
Yeah.
Back.
Together with the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast. And we out you, baby. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, Thursday night.
There was something I was going to say, and I remembered it right before we started. It's gone. Oh, yeah. So recently, just today, I put my truck on, or my car on like the Woobaroo, if any of you guys remember. Put the Woobaroo on a flatbed, and they took it away from me.
That legacy.
Sad sight.
Yeah, and I really like that car, but the thing is it's time. But and I have another car now, and I love it just the same. But my point is what I wanted.
Sounds pretty nice.
The only
too.
reason I wanted to bring it up is because that car was the first vehicle that was branded with the fucking 4G
Yeah, right.
sticker, and it was also like I bought that thing. It was either like the Monday after our first episode or the Monday before our first episode.
Yeah.
Like it was like, because I remember I was like, shit, if we're gonna be doing this thing, how am I gonna get there and shit? And then fucking that fell in my lap, and I was like, cool. I remember it like just saved the day some way.
Yeah.
I believe.
No, I remember I was driving a lot last summer, and then it
was the first.
That was before.
That was the first
Yeah.
few episodes, because I think I think the first episode or maybe two, I stayed at your place down the road.
Oh yeah.
And then I got the car or something, but I remember the car just came in like right at the right time, and then so it's been with me since we started the show, and I'm like, I don't want it to go.
Yeah, true.
I hit that bear in it and shit.
Oh
and
yes,
you know,
yes.
it's like a lot. It's like when you see like in a movie or TV show, they like show like someone reminiscing. It just shows the
you're
clips
like,
of it happening. Like,
there's like you hitting
I'm
the
like,
bear. And
yeah,
like
thinking of the bear, like you know,
You
thinking
should have
of
kept. Was there like a hood emblem or something, or like?
Oh yeah,
thing or
no.
something?
there's
You
like a
could've kept
black.
it.
You had a black bumper. Though,
Yeah,
right?
the black bumper. Yeah, the Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Oh shit! But yeah, no, I love that car, and it's gone. But
Rest in peace.
yeah, and like I said, the only reason I brought it up because I was taking a picture of it whenever it was on the truck, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm like, that was the first fucking car ever with the sticker on it. I believe the only one, if there was any car before mine, it was Jonesy's truck. But I think I'm not sure, but I think I fucking right away was just like fucking slapped.
I know,
it right
I
out.
got one
yeah,
of
you
the
had to have had
car,
it before my truck, surely.
Okay, yeah,
I think so for sure.
Yeah, sticker
Maybe, yeah.
gang.
I thought so. Maybe not. I don't know.
Shout out to
Yeah, we got
Liam
Leo.
Fraser, gang, and James Collins.
Yes,
I also want to
sir.
mention tomorrow me and James Collins are
Neon
going
Dungeons,
with the Pure Love Foundation,
yeah. Yeah.
and we're going to go downtown and do some stuff and film it. Help
Heading some
out
things
with the
out.
homeless and stuff.
Yeah, you were saying that. When are you guys doing that in the afternoon?
It'll be
Tomorrow?
we'll probably get to the city about noon.
Nice.
Actually, I just want to say too, Liam Fraser, since he's in here, he was the winner of our giveaway last year for the
that's
Poutine
right.
shirts, and he said there was $100 in a bag of goodies, and he said to give the $100 to charity, and so I figured why not do it with James Collins, and
that's right.
we can make it a cross
You've
promo
been
thing
saying
as
that
well.
for a minute too. For
Yeah,
sure.
so we're gonna go do that tomorrow, and yeah,
Sick.
so
Glad
watch
to
out
see it
for that.
happening.
Fucking right, man.
Should be a good day for it too.
Oh yeah, can
It's
I get a?
fucking hot though?
Is it? Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Can I get a hoe?
Is it hot? Yeah.
Can I
tomorrow's
get
supposed to
a-
be
Oh,
hot.
I guess it's not supposed to be as bad as the weekend, I guess, but it is gonna be a hot day.
Yeah.
I think it's gotten up to like in the 40s.
No
on-
way. Get
on,
out of
like
here.
Saturday,
No.
Sunday.
I
Yeah.
gotta look at this right now.
Did you see? Did you see my my new air freshener in my car? Like, I sorry,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
haven't been in my car,
definitely haven't,
but I
no.
posted it on
Yeah, it was on,
Instagram, and I should have just pulled the picture up to fucking show it anyways.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Can you guys see it there? Yeah, you can.
This air freshener didn't hang itself.
It's a whole bunch of gang shit.
A lovely
Yeah.
picture of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, I got this.
If you know, you know.
I got this package today. It came with a bunch of shit, so it's like it's too late to save my soul and shit. It says assholes live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, boss stuff. You already know. I forgot it was even coming. I didn't even know.
Mint
Totally
swag
forgot though.
for sure.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah,
Happy
man.
Friday.
Shit,
I also want to shout out Juicy Shore.
Yeah. Little
We got these mosques. It's like an MTV drink. Oh, this way. This way.
Oh, I didn't even see that before. MTV drink.
Yeah,
What
and
is
then it's
that?
like, well, I saw MTV. I'm like, what the fuck? And it looks like Vice City.
It's like Jersey Shore. With
And then
Juicy
I
Shore.
see the Juicy Shore. Like, no way. Tropical punch vodka soda, and it's not too bad. It's a little sweeter than when I think of vodka sodas like that. But
it's definitely sweeter. It's not.
it's pretty good though. Oh, did I say Happy Friday?
I think he did actually, and
Yeah.
I went along with it. It's
Happy
Well,
Thursday.
someone will be watching this on a
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
some
true
point.
that.
very true.
Yeah, happy whatever day it is
Yeah,
for you.
wherever you are watching.
So yeah, as you guys may or may not know, we do this podcast and we have a guest on.
Yes.
And so the reason why we're doing it on Thursday is because our guest is from out of the country, and he was leaving tomorrow. He was supposed to leave tomorrow to go home from Canada.
Yeah.
So we wanted to do it tonight instead. And turns out he never even came to Canada in the first place due to some technical difficulties on his end. And so point is if he's not leaving tomorrow, he can't come do the podcast. Or if he didn't even make it here, he can't even leave tomorrow, I guess. Is what it is.
Yeah.
But so I figure we'll try and get this going. We're gonna Zoom call him, by the way. That's what I'm getting at.
That's where he's going with
I
it.
believe he's from New York somewhere.
Yeah.
So
We'll find out anyway.
Hot ones, chicky nugs.
Hot one chicky nugs.
Actually, just take
Hot
a
one
second
Pringles.
to big shout out to James Collins, and everybody at the Pure Love Foundation, because you should go
big
check them
ups.
out. But
Yeah,
because they do
absolutely.
a lot for people, and it's the people that can't do anything for themselves. Or no, sorry, that sounds bad. But I mean that, like, you know,
That's what it's for.
at their time, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's not gonna help us, right? Because we know we're doing.
Yeah. No,
you know?
for sure.
That's all I
The
meant.
need,
Was
the
that
people in need.
Exactly.
Helping
exactly?
out
That's
people.
exactly. thank you,
Everybody
yeah.
needs a helping hand sometimes.
Yeah, man,
and,
yeah.
And he's
For
there
sure.
to provide it.
And yeah, thank you both for that.
No problem.
You made me
Sometimes
sound a
you
little
need-
better there. Yeah, I was trying to say what they said for sure.
Well, you're just getting choked up over it. It's all good. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's see where
How are we gonna make this happen?
Can you send it to 4G? The link.
the
Sorry.
link? Yeah. Okay, just give me a minute and do that. So.
Okay. And so yeah, I got a I got a sticker with this pack that I got, and it's says higher than Hitler's gas prices.
Yeah.
Or gas bill or something like that.
Just ruthless.
And then I got it comes with like a little pack of tissues, and it says for
For your tears.
the tears of the haters or
Yeah.
something like that, or the people that I've pissed off or something like that.
That's it.
And then there's a little bottle of hand sanitizer, and the sticker on that says the tears of the people that
Yeah.
I've pissed off or whatever. It's pretty good. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
Ruthless.
They're pretty nice with it. Yeah, they hooked me up. I don't know. I think they gave me 2 bags, but like they did give me 2 bags. It said on it, but I think I only ordered 1. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I can't remember because I
So-
kind of do remember being on the site and being like, oh, they have this other one. Cool.
You want me to send
Yeah.
it to the 4G?
Yeah, please and thank you. Yeah. But yeah, that's in no way, shape, or form an ad for them, but it was pretty cool.
Shit.
Where? How do I get the meeting? Like, so I
Oh,
maybe, yeah.
invite, I believe,
Yeah, let's see if that works.
and then
On my
underneath.
phone too.
Oh, there it is. Finded it. Here we go. Copy. And paste. We're doing it, man. Look at that. fucking
Making it happen.
computer genius.
Are you gonna? No, I guess there's no point in you joining the meeting on your.
Oh no, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I can make you the host.
The POV.
Oh yeah.
I might
Oh,
have
and
that
then
listed.
you don't even have to show my screen. You just have to use the
Right.
thing.
We just get an extra 40 minutes if we get kicked off.
True that. Qu'est-ce que là, c'est? What is? Oh, nice. Oh, he brought his compact mirror
Yeah, I
for
didn't
his-
know that when I bought that.
for
I
his
didn't
makeup.
know it was in there. Yeah.
for his makeup. Oh, let's see if they can see themselves in this.
Oh,
Where is it? It's right. There you are. Hey, cuties. That's awesome.
Shit.
I don't look like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was all this. You see that material there? I thought it was that all,
Oh, like
all the way
felty?
through. Yeah, I had no idea there was a mirror there when I bought it. Amazon will do that too.
But it does a thing like this?
Oh,
or
it's
what?
perfect. Yeah, you can just set
okay.
your phone on it.
Let me do this thingamajigger. So, this is signed into us. Let me sign out. I'll sign in with my delinquent account. Oh, nice.
no
I was
way.
wondering what this camera was turned around for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll
It's
be
actually pretty sharp.
Yeah,
that's what the guest will see.
I like that. Actually, that is really sharp.
It is.
We should almost use that for ours and then use the other one.
I was saying I need to get
Yeah.
another one. I've been saying I need.
Because
to
this
get
one's
one of
almost, well,
those.
it seems almost sharp, like closer up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it's like there, it's almost a little like.
It is meant for. It's like
I
a
was about to
webcam,
say,
right?
it's
Yeah,
meant
yeah,
for
exactly.
close to be
Yeah.
like- yeah, that's true.
Here we go. I'm gonna sign in. Fingerprint. You know me. I just want to say too another big shout out to 613 Tino
Oh, yeah.
and Vontae Poems from Purple Haze Nation.
Yeah.
Um,
shout out.
Yeah, for making it happen,
Last
for
week.
filling
Yeah,
in.
Yeah,
so we
man.
used Tino's studio last week. If you didn't see the episode, go check it out. If you did, this is just information that you already know. But we also had Vontae Poems from Purple Haze Nation come and do the engineering or
Do
whatever
the
you call
thing.
it, producing.
Production.
But he used his Ecamm program. It's ECAMM, and it's like OBS or vMix. It's like a streaming type thing. And if you're interested in using it, I believe you can hit him up and get a link. Or the link actually might be in our last description on episode 188. But you get a free trial, so you can at least try it out and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And you can make it do all the stuff.
Do the things you need it to do. Yeah, no, they held it down big time last
But
week.
yeah,
for
no, that
sure.
was a huge help. What's going on
Yeah.
here?
Awesome setup.
Why is this happening? It's not signing me in. Did he?
Do you have contact with him at least?
I sent
right
him
now?
the thing. Yeah. There we go. It's on. Oh, why is it doing this? Okay.
Do I have to
Because
send
you
the
wanted
invite,
to do it.
like,
It
from
happens to
here?
me all the
I
time.
sent him the link.
Like if you join that link,
Oh.
can you join it? Like, or
Yeah,
do I have to do
He
it?
says he's coming.
Yeah, he said 2 minutes.
Yeah.
For what? For me to join?
Yeah. Like,
Oh no, I have. I'll just click the link he sent me.
and it. Okay, right. I
Yeah,
just
it
didn't know
should
if
work.
like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get signed in on mine, so I wasn't signing in on ours. Oh, why do they send you email links, man, or email numbers? Like, why not send it to my phone number?
Yeah, for real. This is the link?
No, it's like a code,
Oh, yeah.
like
yeah.
you know, verification.
Yeah.
235921. 235921. 235.
921.
I got it, man.
Impressive.
You're doing good. You just gotta make everything into a song.
Yeah.
25 inches, 3/4. It was a bad song, but that's how I remember measurements.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost there, and I guess I don't need to be there yet. He said he'll be 2 minutes. We're getting it. So, Jonesy, how's your vacation?
pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a fantastic time.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
went to Mont Tremble.
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Yeah.
Oh. But
I've been there now like probably far more times in the summer than I ever have.
In the winter.
In the winter.
yeah.
Because that was like
you
if like growing up, like every time I'd been to Tremble, I was like
You going snowboarding?
always like it was always in the wintertime. I'd never
Right.
seen it. I didn't even know what the place looked like in the summertime.
Yeah. I only ever saw it in the fall once.
Oh, that'd probably be.
Yeah, went up to
Beautiful.
fucking gondola or whatever. And
Yeah,
then
is there
fucking-
a sea to sky
the gondola?
gondola?
Yeah, the
Or,
gondola.
gondola.
So they actually have one. That's why I asked if you went up the hill or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
Because
time.
like when you get there, there's like
Casino's
a big
up there, right?
parking lot. Is there a fucking
casino?
casino up there?
Yeah.
I was like
way.
fucking 16, but
That's
so we
fucking
just went to
wild,
like
though.
it's like a cafeteria type thing, but you can like get beer and stuff.
Yeah,
But I got let into the bar there too. But
yeah.
all I'm saying is the fucking the old gondola. But they have one like you pull up and park your car, and then like whenever you get to like the foot of the fucking village or whatever, there's like a little skate, or there was at the time a little skate park here,
Oh,
and then like you go up and there's like a fucking gondola that takes you up to like the bottom of the mountain, and then you take another one that takes you all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
But when you're taking the one that just goes over the little village, you're like looking down on all these people and shit, right?
Right.
And like there's one spot that's like this whole big glass building, and there's like a pool and a hot tub and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And like so I remember going over and there was like this chick in a bikini in there, and I was just like, yeah, fucking right, like it's fucking perv gondola over here, like.
I can
Fuck.
see down your shirt.
Yeah, no, it was good. But no, the other thing too is, oh, I was gonna ask you something, and I forget now.
Pretty sure a couple years ago, actually, I stuck one of our 4G stickers
Yeah, you said
Out there,
that.
yeah.
You said that.
Nice.
That's right.
on one of the.
Y'all remember the time when that buddy jumped in the chat from the train station in
Oh
Toronto?
yeah, and yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
London, I think, or something like that, or Sarnia.
That's
maybe.
something that needs to be brought up on the 200th episode.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
hopefully
no, I was
we'll
gonna
be
ask you something about the fucking leisure trip. I forget now. Oh well, it's over. It's all gone.
Yeah. Did lots of kayaking.
Yeah. And you said it was like a 4-hour trip too.
Yeah, that's
man.
wild.
It's dope. It's like a super flat river. Like it's and actually there's a lot of parts of it that are pretty shallow. Like it's like ankle deep. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like if you go
So
to
you
the
can
wrong
see.
part, you know what I mean? It's not very wide,
Yeah.
and it's just a big, long, windy river. So they take you like it's like you get to the place, you rent like you can get a canoe or like a double kayak or single kayak,
Please.
and then yeah, they take you on this little school bus, fucking drive you 20-30 minutes up the road, and just like drop you off on this little spot
Yeah.
and say, "Okay, jump in the water," and off
Yeah,
you go,
yeah.
and you just follow the water down.
Nice. Did they give you lunch, or do you gotta?
No,
bring
like
yourself?
yeah, you provide.
Bring whatever you want.
Yeah,
Fend
Yeah.
for yourself, man.
Yeah, fend for yourself for sure. So
So yeah, it's a long time since I've been there, and I was only there the once.
I've never
yeah.
been.
It's fucking man. The first, like we drove there and we got there really late at night, and whenever me and my brother saw the skate park, we're like, we're not going to bed. Like,
Yeah,
there's a skate
the
park
skate park
outside.
right
Like, what the
there.
fuck? And
where's this park?
it was. I don't know if it was still there or whatever, because this is like a
You
long
said you're
time ago. I won't
16
tell
or-
anybody. Yeah. I was 16, but I won't tell you how old I am now. But if you do your research, you'll figure it out. What was I gonna say? It's been a really long time, but they had like it was more like a fucking like rollerblade park or like like a bike park, sort of. Like there was actually like literally one ramp that like almost was like a fucking dirt jump. Like, it was like built the same, but yeah, it was like steel ramps, and it was like whenever you, because there's like a huge parking lot at the bottom, right? And then you come across the thing, and then you're like looking up at the village, you know. It was like right here off to the right, like down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And
Maybe I do remember that.
but no, so we're going to the skate park, and I remember our parents were like, "You're not taking your skateboards," because it was like midnight.
Yeah.
And we were by ourselves, and so we walked down, and like we left our like chalet thing, and there's a trail. Like you walk right through the fucking village or whatever. There's even like this little tunnel that you walk through and shit. But we wanted to take this trail. The trail just cuts right to the fucking chase, and you get there. Excuse me. And so whenever we walked out, man, we walked like, I don't know, maybe like 60 feet out from the front door.
Yeah.
And then we walked like, maybe another 60 feet down the trail. And I was like, one sec, man, I gotta tie my shoe. And I bent down, tie my shoe, and my brother was standing like right beside me, and he's talking about something, but he's looking the other way, just like, and excited and just like yammering on, you know. And I'm tying my shoe, and I hear like almost like a horse, like, like, what the fuck? And I look up, and there's a fucking deer standing right there, like a doe with like 2 fawns, right there, like from here to the black curtain. You guys can't see it, but it's about, let's say, fucking 12 feet at the most, 10 feet for sure.
Yeah,
but
from you for sure, yeah.
But I just, I'm tying my shoe, whatever, and like I said, my brother's yammering on, and like the fucking the mom didn't really care. She was just eating, and the kids were standing there staring at us, like not scared, but kind of like waiting for something to happen, you know. And I'm trying to get him to shut up without saying anything because I don't want to startle them. But like when you get someone to shut up, you're like, shut up, you know, like, and it's like, oh, it's startling. So I'm like, man, like, hit him, like, like, man, hey, and he's like, turns around, he's like, blah, 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 turns around, he's like, oh, fuck, there's deer. I'm like, shut the fuck up. So then I like walked up and I like slowly got closer, but like you stay still, right? And you just like shuffle forward a bit, like a little more. Yeah. I was like, man, I was like right there, like there's the fucking this microphone right here, and I was like, oh, here it comes. And I guess because I started to reach with my hand instead of like moving my body, and fucking I reached and got startled or whatever, and they took off like maybe 20 feet away and then just stood there, and I was I don't want to bug them. Like they're here obviously because people aren't scaring them, and so I don't want to scare them, you know. So we fucked off.
I basically had, well, not the same experience, but a pretty similar one. Like we were coming out of our B&B, and we were just walking down to like the old Tremble, because like I said, we were a 15-minute drive away from like the village that you're talking about or whatever. So yeah, we're just like scoping it out. We just got there, you know what I mean, like been there, we just unpacked, whatever, we're just getting settled, walking down into this village, and I hear like there's like a rock wall that's maybe like 6 or 7 feet tall, and then like a bit of a hill where like this other beach at the top, like you can see it's like a big building. And it's all just grass and woodlands and whatever. And yeah, we hear these like twigs snapping and shit. I thought it was just like squirrels running around or something. I look up and there's like 2 fucking deer, like you said, maybe 10, and I have a video of it actually. I'll show you.
Doe, buck.
They're just like, they seem like
crazy.
Just, there's 2 of them. They were just like hanging out.
You know what? Well, they're so like no one could shoot them there.
Can I show our friends?
Yeah, for sure.
The deer that are in that area probably know there's no threat because no one's shooting
everyone's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Ever.
People are just like, I guess, like people just like they get real close because people just like awe over them, you know, like oh, a deer, like oh my gosh.
It's cool, man.
Oh yeah, that looks you right in the eyes.
Yeah, dude. Usually they'd be like,
yo man, I'm always pulling up on deer and shit, like on the road and stuff.
I saw one when I was driving. I can't remember when. Must have been on my way home, maybe last weekend. Okay. I saw a deer, came out to the edge of the road, and didn't come out or anything, but yeah, it came out. And
worse is when you're flying down the road and you see a fucking deer on the side of, like on the other side of the road. Yeah. And you just see it at the last second. You're like, man, I would have smoked it. Like it would have been done. Like fuck. But no, I see a lot of deer, and like the thing is people like, oh, like the more I get to know some people, or the more people get to know me, they're like, oh, you're like from the sticks, and I'm like, oh yeah, like for sure, man. Yeah. And like
for sure.
Yeah. And like the fucking, so like deer, right? So then I'll take pictures of shit, and like, so I took a picture of my buddy's car, a video of my buddy's car, and I sent it to this person, and they're like, in the background it's just a field and trees, and they're like, yo, you like really do live in the sticks. And I'm like, dude, I'm like that, like I Google Maps it and sent them the screenshot, and I was like, it's 3 minutes from my house. Like literally, like I live on a block in a town, but like 3 minutes from my house, you're like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah. And so anyways, all I'm saying is that when I see these deer, I'm like, man, I want to get a picture of this deer, so then I can show people like this is not far from my house, and there's a deer like standing on the road, and I'm driving by. It's like when you see those things, and like I just saw one the other day where it was like out west, and it was like there's like buffalo crossing, and everyone's all backed up, like stopped and shit. Yeah. It's like same thing, like, oh, not same thing, but in the sense of like it's just sitting on the road, and you're just like, oh hey, what's up? Sometimes like they'll move out of the way and sit there, and you drive by like wave at them and shit, right? But point is like, I'm always like, oh, gotta get a picture, right? So I try and slow down way before I get up to them. And then, like, now they notice me and they're like, okay, what's going on? Oh, it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Then they run away. But I'm, like, trying to get the phone out. I gotta get one of those fucking... I actually have one. Dash cam. I should just put it in. Yeah. But I always want to get these pictures because it's like... I got a picture of a fucking deer, you know? Like, close up and shit, too, right? Like, yeah. Because then it also shows people, too, that, like, oh, like, this... Dicks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Out in the boonies, bud.
Picture, yeah. Just down the line, you know?
Yeah, down the line. I actually went to a place the other day. I got... So, okay, wait.
Pepperettes.
Yeah, I got pepperettes and shit. But, so, me and Bully one time were driving around in the same area. And he's like, oh, what the fuck is that? And it's like, hey, like, we have fucking fruit and vegetables or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's like a stand. Like, they have, like, vegetables and shit. He's like, yeah, but, like, he's like, there's no one there. And there's all the vegetables and shit. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's the honor system. There's just, like, a thing, and you put your money in, and, like, you take the stuff. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. Like, he's like, that's normal. And I'm like, yeah. Like, my buddy's fucking stepdad has one. Like, he has 2 huge fucking gardens, and then he sells all this shit in his front lawn. People just come and bring the money. And he's like, what the fuck? But he was like, as if this happens, right?
Yeah.
So this place that I go to, man, it's not only just like a veggie stand that you can leave your money and fucking like self-serve yourself, but they have like, just think of some kind of preserve and they have it. Like they had like fucking blueberry, elderberry, fucking applesauce and just like crazy like jams and jellies.
It's like
they brought me
pickles and shit. Yeah.
They were the Mennonites or like
yeah.
Or whatever.
And then they got the fucking pepperettes. Then they got like the big ass like something like you would like slice and eat on a sandwich, like salami type shit.
Yeah.
But like they make this shit, right? It's just like a big log. And then you just fucking figure out what everything costs. Excuse me. And then you just pay it into the thing and leave. But they have, you know what they do have? Soft serve ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
That you serve
self-serve.
yourself. Self-serve, soft serve ice cream.
It's actually really good.
There's
too.
fucking vanilla, there's chocolate, and then there's
Chocolate swirl.
That sounds delicious.
Oh man, and then you just
Straight
go there
from the
yourself. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you just go there yourself and do all the thing. So I took my son there yesterday, and I was like, "Yo, you want to go get ice cream and pepperettes?"
Nice,
and he's like, "Yeah, of course I do." And we just start driving out into the bush.
Perfect tour. Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I'll show you, man.
Yeah.
I'll show you." And then we get there, and he's like, "Oh, is this where we get the pepperette?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "They don't have ice cream here." I'm like, "They got ice cream here."
I'll show you.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
Little machine. You have to hit the pedal with your foot.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. Trying to do all this stuff, and this we asked the girl like, "Hey."
Yeah, we had to ask for help.
Straight up just churning. Just picture this like a block of ice cream just churning butter and milk. I got ice cream now, boys.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Fuck, someone on the internet the other day, he says he's ready. Someone on the internet the other day was talking about making their own butter. Because, like they were saying, like, they want to make their own butter or find someone that makes their own butter because they don't like the butter that's out now. They said it was fake butter. First quarter moon in the morning in Libra. Did you make a new link?
No.
Or same one? No. Here we go.
Same one.
Here we go, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in. You gotta let him in. So, okay, before we let him in.
Are we gonna see this up here?
Is he gonna be up?
Yeah, you'll see him up on the screen for sure.
Yes.
Where's participants?
Yeah. So wait, I'm just gonna like give him a little intro.
Oh yeah.
I don't see him waiting here though.
No.
He'll probably jump in there soon.
He says he's in there.
Let me hold on a sec here.
Yeah, I should be in participants, but I guess you would have seen them.
What's his contact?
Oh.
Right.
Like the name?
Yeah.
Are you gonna try and invite him?
It says you're in another meeting. He says that it says you're in another meeting.
Weird.
Okay.
So is the meeting you're in like a private meeting or something?
No, I can end this. Hold on.
Yeah, and
That'd be the most redundant thing.
I also got this thing.
Meeting with just myself.
Founder's Original Bourbon Sour.
How is it?
It's not too bad. You want to try it?
I'll take a
Actually, my buddy, the guy that I bought the car from, he drinks these all the time. The first time I borrowed the car from him, I left him a whole bunch of those because he likes them.
Oh, so it's like an orangey drink?
And it's whiskey sour.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to say, whiskey sour. Oh, that's delicious.
There's no egg white in this one, though. I remember I was at Sarzen's, the place where he used to work at.
Elgin.
No, close, though.
What's it called?
Clock Tower.
Clock Tower, yeah.
And they had something that I was just going to say.
Elgin.
Oh, whiskey sour. The guy was like, he was like an expert fucking cocktail mixer or whatever. Coctician.
He's gonna put egg white in.
Yeah.
Sorry, that caught my attention.
But he was making a drink, and he put egg white in it. You know how you like juggle the egg to get the egg white out?
Yeah.
And he was doing that into the drink, and I was like, "What in the fuck did you just do, man?" And fucking. He just laughed and went and served the drink, but mixed it up and whatever. But Sarzen explained to me, he's like, yeah, man, he's like, a real whiskey sour has the fucking...
No way.
The egg white in it. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's to make the like frothy or whatever, right? I'm like, man, that's fucked up. And then I found out that it's true. Google told me it's true.
I had a drink one time with egg white in it.
Yeah.
It was definitely,
it's pretty common apparently.
Yeah, well, I was this was when I started dating Danielle, and I was at her parents' place, so I had
Shout out Danielle.
On
and her parents.
Yeah, for sure. And I basically took it as a means to be like, you know what I mean? Like her mom's making these. I don't want to be like no or whatever.
Yeah.
So I drink it, man. Thought it was like the most disgusting thing ever. I'll be honest. And later on, like I went back to my mom's that night, and I got sick.
No.
I got sick, and I knew it was from that. I was like, man, it was that egg drink. But she used boiled water as well. But there's alcohol in it.
Weird. It would like cook the thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was weird.
Okay, so I see it. I guess I see it on the screen. So you guys already know.
Oh yeah, shit, we're already in.
If you know, you already know. So tonight's special guest. Sorry about the delay and the mix-up here. But
for sure.
We got coming out of the States, I believe somewhere in New York, upstate New York. Vontae Poems' brother. It's up for debate. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm not sure how to say it. I should have asked him. I think it's Sha Mercurial in the building.
Sha
Mercurial. All right. Sorry, brother.
Sha Mercurial. Yep. No, you good.
I even thought before, I was like, yo, I should ask him, and then I just never fucking got to it. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm not too bad, actually. I got a performance this weekend. I'm doing a stand-up open mic this weekend at Funkin' Waffles, Syracuse.
Oh, that's sick, man. So I noticed too. Yeah, so you do the comedy thing.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of shows?
When I can. I work in the medical field. I'm a nurse's aide, but like I said, when I'm not at work, I'm usually at an open mic. I'm making a beat, or I'm writing. And then I also run my podcast. You're welcome if you can hear Spotify.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's sick.
How much free time do you have being in the medical field? Anyway, you must be.
Well, I'm per diem, so like for the most part, like if I'm not working a double, I'll get like 3 hours of sleep on average each night.
Shit.
Wild.
Because I'm between the podcast, like I have a certain dedicated amount of time each week on different things. So if I'm not doing the podcast, I dedicate that to writing. If I'm not writing music, I'm dedicating that to making a beat.
Yeah.
I have to do something in that span of a week.
Yeah.
It's like a creative quota.
No doubt.
Yeah, no, that's I mean, that's a good thing to have too, I guess. And I guess you're sacrificing a lot of your time now to for a better tomorrow, I guess, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like you work now to rest later.
Yeah, man, exactly. Sure. Yeah, and that's man.
Like
go ahead.
There's this one comedian, and he goes, essentially, men's job at the end of the day is to do nothing at all. That's why we fix shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why if a girl has a problem, we ask, what can we do to fix it, so she can stop, asking us to fix it.
Yeah, true that. But there's another. What was it? 50 Cent was. So I got this from Eric Thomas, and he said when 50 Cent made Get Rich or Die Trying, he made the whole movie and the soundtrack for the movie or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like, man, like, holy shit. So he's in an interview and they're like, how did you do that? Like, how did you make a whole movie and the soundtrack all in 1 year, like in that short period of time or whatever? And he's like, I didn't sleep. And he's like, I think he actually, one of the things he said was sleep is for poor people, but I'm not about to. I'm not.
Steve Harvey said it. Steve Harvey said a similar thing. He said, if you really think about it, he said, rich successful people aren't waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning or whatnot. He said, rich successful people really never sleep. And then he got some slack for that, but you understand where he's coming from. For the most part, he just said it like a dickhead. he was being genuine. He was like, if you really want the things you want, you have to sacrifice some things, and one of those things are sleep.
Yeah, facts.
Like it's weird. You got to stay awake to achieve your dreams. So there's something poetic about that.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
you also got to remember. You also got to remember to take care of yourself, so you don't want to burn yourself out.
No, that's true. That's true. Because even too, on the other hand, too, in that same little thing I saw, he says, Beyonce, she was like shooting a music video or something, or like a couple music videos or something, and I guess she said in an interview, she's like, at that point, she's like, I didn't eat for like 3 days until like all this shit was over. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, you didn't eat? Like, why not? And like, she's like, I didn't have time. She's like, but it just, we would go to town and like do whatever. But then she's like, next thing I know, it's time to leave and just go home. And she's like, then I don't want to go do anything. So I just want to go to bed and shit. And then she'd go have a nap, come back, and then just work. And when they're bringing the fucking, whatever you call it, the like food and shit, like the catering, she's too busy. She's like, I'm working, I'm fucking doing this, whatever. So I mean, like, he was using that as an example, as like, gotta make sacrifices. But what I'm using it as example is like, sacrifice that too much, then you gotta take care of your health too, right?
Right, you gotta make sure everything's straight, especially if you're head of household, stuff like that.
Yeah, true. So you probably work a lot. No, go ahead, man.
Huh? No, what you say?
I was gonna say you probably work a lot of weird hours with the nursing thing too.
Yeah, like with the podcast, because I usually do a lot of TV and film reviews. I'm not talking about like social, political stuff or whatnot. So I'm up watching different TV shows and watching other YouTubers discuss. And it really does like, for the most part, you just got to remember to like pace yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep doing that and you throw your whole sleep schedule off. So like for me, I try to do my and then you can hear me?
You cut out for a second.
Okay, yeah. What I try to do, I try to keep my podcast set for I want to do that in the morning and afternoon, so that's where I get the freshest information.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing the most to where like it's exhausting. Like, and for my beats, that's where I make that midday to afternoon to late at night, because that's where I'm like, I have the most energy.
Yo, that's actually,
and then when I'm writing music, I keep a notebook on me because I can just have that down and I don't want to forget it. So I'm like, that's one thing that's a constant on me. So if I'm not making a beat or whatnot, then most of the time I'm writing something down, whether it's a joke or
yeah. But that's actually, I like how you say that, or like how you do that. Like you're saying, like you do stuff earlier in the day that takes less less energy.
Yeah.
So you don't wear yourself out, and then you go harder later type thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like
right.
Fourth quarter press or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exactly. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I know myself well enough to where I may not want to write something down, but if I see something, you know what I'm saying, let me talk about it here, there, and now. So I'm like, for the most part, if I'm watching a show, I want to sleep on that. I want to digest what I've watched, and then I watch that one more time.
Yeah.
And then I break down what I've watched or whatnot, so I have something fresh and something, you know, so you might remember something differently. So you always want to go over something.
Right.
They teach us in writing composition or English, you got to have a rough draft.
Draft and a good
sometimes
draft, yeah.
I'll fuck around. I'll watch some shit at morning, or if I'm upset, like I watch it in different moods or in different mind spaces. So sometimes I watch something sober. Sometimes I watch something when I'm sober and sad, or if I'm like high and I just want, you know what I'm saying? So you want to see it in a different mind, because, you know, you can break so many things down different times. But, you know, it's weird. Because there's I forgot which artist did that. He do something sober and then do it drunk.
Yo.
Whatnot. And they'd be wildly different.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and at the same time too, it's perspective, right? So it's where you're standing. So even
right.
how you're saying watch it when you're
every story is about perspective, it's about different sides and whatnot. So even with books, you read something that you've read as a kid and you look back on it and your mindset has changed about it, or you look at it differently, or you find something that you didn't find before.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's how I treat my beats. Like when I'm making it, I'll start it. Like I can't tell you how many times I've made a whole beat, listen to it in the car, listen to it in my headphones, listen to it on my laptop, listen to it on the television, scrap the whole thing, start over.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've complete beats and deleted more because I'm like, that's my mindset. Like if it's down to a T, like I want to make sure I can listen to it in any environment at any given time. No spaces or whatnot. Right.
So like, but do you think that that's like almost maybe like too much or like too critical type thing?
You said what?
Like you almost think that that's maybe like too critical, or like you're thinking too much
about I'm all critical. Like that's like if I'm anything, I'm my biggest critic.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like especially when it comes to make it like producing something, like editing or whatnot. Like I have to like. I've literally worked, like Candy Panties is a song. It took me a month to work on that.
Shit, okay.
A whole month. So some things will come to me, like my first EP was, my 2 EPs were recorded in a 5-hour session.
Damn.
No, a 3-hour session. My bad, a 3-hour session.
So you
I sing a little bit. I mainly write and I mainly make beats, but I do delve into all of that.
Damn, man.
Sorry, what's that?
Jack of all trades. And it looks like you're at work right now too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
No, that's a fact. Yeah. No, I'm not on right now, but I will be for in a minute. But like I said, I try to. Because you can really find something in really in everything. So with me, I've always had a large taste in music, and that comes from me being exposed to different cultures and everything as a kid. And when it came to me making beats and stuff like that, I've always wanted to use stuff I've watched from shows and movies. Like I'm too many different things. So I'm like, most people sample other people's songs, and I wasn't the type to. I didn't want to do that, because like I said, my first love was theater and film. So I'm always gonna keep those two things conjoined or whatnot. Like that's why I sometimes, like, I don't want to do the comedy rap because it's been done so many different ways.
Yeah.
Like the Bo Burnhams, the Lonely Islands and stuff like that. You know, everyone's doing that. You know, so you can exactly. And I'm like, those guys do it well. And I'm like, for me, for the most part, I said my bread and butter is mainly in my writing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if it's more, so I'm like, cause I like R&B music. R&B music. R&B is my favorite genre, or whatnot. But like the whole, like when it's like, oh, do you do the comedy? Like I can't. Like that's corny to me.
Okay.
You know, it's just not that, because it's, how to explain it. I like I don't like watermelons, but I like watermelon flavored shit.
Yeah, that is
Man,
that's something right
so
there.
Like,
wow,
I don't want to do the comedy rap shit. Like, I'll say a funny bar, but you know what I'm saying? But it's just a funny bar in a song. It's not a comedy rap album or whatnot. So it's just one of those things where I don't mind watching it, but I'm not gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, because my favorite, because even though I do stand up, my favorite type of comedy is sketch comedy.
Okay.
And so, like, when people was like, well, do you watch a lot of stand-up comedians? And it's cool, but I try not to watch a lot of stand-up comedy because it's so easy to be influenced by other people's jokes, and you don't want to accidentally try to steal or pretty much sound like them. Like, what I learned when I first started doing it was everyone has their shtick. Everyone has their thing. Like, so Gallagher had his fucking watermelon. And, you know, Cat Williams had his style of physical comedy, and Chris Rock had his social political humor and shit like that. So everyone had their shtick. So it's the same thing with any field or lane, especially when it comes to the art. So, like, my whole thing is my skin is black, but I sound like I have good credit over the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm super black to white people, but I'm really white to black folk. You feel me? So I go off on that. Like, a lot of my audience is white. So, you know, a lot of the times I'll write a whole bunch of shit down. I go to the venue, I look at my audience, and I just look at my shit and I say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So, because I do a lot of crowd work and improv on the stage too with my jokes. I play my ADHD to my advantage. So most of my jokes, when I write them, aren't full jokes, either bullet points or or a punchline or a setup.
Yo.
And if I go on a tangent, I already have things that I have bulleted down already that are related to that I can go off of. So I'm never running out of material.
Yeah, it's almost like, so like Jonesy was saying, freestyle joke telling, but it's almost like freestyling in itself, right? You have like certain things written out, or maybe not even written out, but just thought of in your head, and you're like,
right.
yeah, like these bars or like these jokes. But that's actually a really good thing because you're prepared for that. Because even I saw the one thing where they were like, you're like, yo, give me a topic or some shit, and I forget what the topic was, but either way, point is I saw that you did that, right? You're like, yo, give me something, and then I'll just say whatever. And I was like, yo, this guy must come like fucking prepared, you know?
Right.
But I do, so like, well, I was gonna say I do comedy. I don't do comedy. I say things and they happen to be funny. I don't know. You say I think I'm funny?
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm funny.
You just, it's like Seth Rogen. He's not a funny motherfucker. He just does shit that looks funny.
Well, yeah, and like, so like I don't know, like I'll find myself just be like, yo, and I'm telling a story about something that just happened to me, and like maybe I'm passionate about it, or like, you know, I just maybe say things a certain way and everyone's laughing, but I'm like, wait, how do I recreate that moment? Like, how do I do that again?
Right.
But I like, man, literally since a kid, man, I think I was like 4 or 5 years old, I did like a stand-up thing with like one of my, like, it was a family reunion. I've never met this kid before or after this, but me and him did like the stand-up thing, and like, but my point is like just how you're saying, like I got the fucking all the jokes written down and shit, but like you're saying, like I don't have, like, there's no, like, the joke is there, it's suggested, but there's no like full, like, this is how you're gonna say it and this is how you're gonna go through.
Right. So, like, I'll put a topic, like I was like, I have a list and I'm like, all right, what did I write down? I said bullet point, Jesus shit. You know what I'm saying? Bullet point, Jesus groupies question mark. You know what I'm saying? Bullet point. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my jokes is, I'm working on a joke. I haven't really said it on a stage once, but I'm like, I'm a firm believer that Jesus had groupies. I'm like, all this man was, I said, because you have to really think about it. Women love a good looking dude that's a virgin. Look at Justin Bieber.
Oh, that's good, man. Shit. But yeah,
I just have. So it's like everyone has a creative style. So like mine was, oh shit, I have ADHD and I'm not gonna be able to like remember all my jokes when I write them down. I have bullet points, I have topics. More so like my jokes are like they fall under an umbrella, not a specific topic.
Yeah. See, I feel like if I had it all written out like a script, I would end up like saying it all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because even like sometimes whenever I tell like a joke, like an actual like, you know, like a joke that's already written and I've already heard somewhere, and there's like a basic setup and like punchline, sometimes I end up saying it like backwards, or I end up leaving like the one detail out that's like important for the punchline. And then I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I think if I had it all scripted, it wouldn't work out. I have to actually say it. But like I said, I have the same type of shit. Like, it's like, what if humans acted like dogs? Like, it fucking writes itself. Right. You just say shit, you know? But so yeah, I have the same stuff. Like you're saying, it's like either the gist of the idea, or I have like the setup, or I have like the punchline, but I don't have like an actual joke written out. It's more
like I'll even elaborate on jokes that I've already said and then write them down, elaborate more. Like I used to say, having a twin is like God drawing you and fucking up or whatnot. And then I just elaborated that more or whatnot. I'm like, yo, being a twin is like living imposter syndrome.
It's like what?
You know what I'm saying? Because like living imposter syndrome. Like being an identical twin is essentially being born twice because you're that dope.
Yeah. It's like I just said this the other day. There's a restaurant where the name is like the name twice, and on The Simpsons they're talking about what's it called? It's like a rice or like a something, but it's what's it called? But it's just the name twice. Like it's like, oh man.
Right, I think it was couscous or something like that.
That's it. That's fucking it, man.
Yeah. I think it was couscous. The food's so nice they named it twice or some shit like that. I heard that somewhere.
yeah, man. So I remember, I think I heard that on The Simpsons. So like I say, it's like, oh, so good we fucking made another one, man. Yeah.
Right. Because I like a lot of my comedy I like is like either like dark comedy or like sketch comedy. So like me, I grew up watching In Living Color and like Mad TV, and I still watch Saturday Night Live or whatnot.
Nice, yeah.
And then what's that? The thing that people always suggested I should do stand up. Like that wasn't really something I thought I'd be doing.
Yeah.
But I always wrote music and I always wanted to do beats and stuff like that. But people just like, yo, you have this. I like really bad social anxiety, but my first time going on stage, I don't remember what I said. I had a 15-minute set or whatnot, but I felt so fucking comfortable on stage. And so like I did it, and I'm like, oh, that shit was whack. So as I'm walking out, the barista stops me. He's like, yo, that stuff was good. Would you like to come in and we'll give you a 15-minute spot for Sunday? And I started doing that ever since.
Man, that's crazy. So, and it's crazy that you get up on stage and do that with fucking anxiety like that. Like, I feel like literally, man, the only time I think about like actually like having anxiety is in the moment, is getting up on stage in front of a bunch of people, you know, like that.
Because if this was like a large party, I'd definitely be in like a corner somewhere or only be hanging around people I knew. Like it was weird. So I'm like, when I'm on stage, it's like that. It was like I hopped out my comfort zone to find my comfort zone.
Yeah, but see, and that's a fucking good sign too, though, man, for sure.
Like even when I like I said, even like I didn't know, like people say I'm too humble. Like sometimes I'll rap and it was like, yo, you don't sound like you believe yourself when like I made a beat and someone was freestyling on it, and then when I told him it was mine, he was like, oh my god, like dude, you gotta match, because like your shit is dope. You're not, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for me, my main part when I started music was more success. I'm my biggest critic, and I just had to realize like that I was the shit, you know what I'm saying, on the mic. I didn't really feel what I was saying.
Yeah.
I think that's the case for like anything you want to succeed at, though, right? You gotta like fucking believe like you can do it, you know?
Yeah, well, of course. I just saw a thing earlier, and I forget, I'll probably butcher the saying. It was like basically something like along the lines, like the context of the saying was that like basically you, whatever you believe you can make happen, but then like what you are right now is what basically you've allowed yourself to be capable of being because of your beliefs.
Right.
Like I said, that's not how it was said, but that's like kind of, I saw it, I was like, man, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
But yeah, it's that was my biggest part. Like everyone's like, yo, you're nice, but you gotta believe that you're.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm like, I had to learn where like in the field of music where to find myself. Like my writing game was on point just now, but when I got up on the mic, it just, you know what I'm saying, it didn't sound like I was feeling it. So I had to really find my voice in music because I already found it in comedy, and those are wildly two different things.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't approach comedy the way I do.
No, and I would hope so, or I would hope not. You know.
Because I like a lot of us. One of my biggest inspirations for doing comedy and music was Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. Like I started watching his shit. I started watching his because he has a YouTube channel with a couple friends called Derek Comedy. I don't know if you've ever seen it on YouTube, but it was some sketch comedy shit.
What's it called?
It's called Derek Comedy, DERRICK Comedy. Yeah, and these motherfuckers were funny. Like they had their own like independent movie or whatnot about like they're like teenage detectives, but like it's goofy as fuck. And then he started writing for Tina Fey and 30 Rock. This dude dropped Cul-de-sac. Man, I am not a rapper. So he was like, yo, he said when he said Tina Fey gave me confidence or whatnot, like what I'm saying, like she was like, yo, like because he wanted to do stand up or whatnot, and he was already doing the music, and she was like, yo, just go for that, So for a kid like I found a lot of because he went through the same shit. You were that black kid from the hood that everyone called white because you sounded different and you sounded articulate or whatnot. And it was that he had good grades and you had your, you were raised at home or whatnot. So I related a lot
like
to him. So I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like even when I found Logic, I want to say I seen his interview in The Source or whatnot. Then he dropped, I think it was a Young Forever mixtape before he was a freshman. He was a XXL freshman. Okay. And his shit was just on point. Like to this day, I still tell people I prefer mixtape Logic over album Logic.
Oh, for sure.
Logic. Like that's where I'm at. Mixtape Logic over album Logic. But it was Donald Glover. I think in high school, what I really found my core top 5 of rappers, like in high school, this around the time it was Drake, Kendrick, could be like 6 or 7, but it was Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Big Sean, Tyler the Creator, and Mac Miller. So like, so right. So like, these were the guys. Like these were all freshmen, XXL. These were guys that were in the mix. These guys were recognized by some people in the game. It wasn't just Mac. Mac came out with Kids that changed my fucking life because this nigga was only a year older than me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this kid was out here getting it. Big Sean was co-signed by fucking
Yo, you ever seen the movie Kids?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Just checking.
But I'm like, but what changed my life, what really made me like fall in, like really want to start rapping was listening to J. Cole's Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Because I knew for like it was Drake's Room for Improvement and J. Cole's Friday Night Lights. Like I didn't listen. That was my first J. Cole exposure.
Okay.
It was November 2010. Wayne came home from jail from that sitting. I'm not even. I bought that shit on CD with my own bread. I was a senior in high school. I was, you know what I'm saying? So I was like constantly on the hip hop sites during class or whatnot, just studying niggas. And I came across doing it J. Cole because I first heard him on a Jay-Z album. It was the Blueprint 3.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this dude can spit or whatnot. And then I heard, I heard anything's possible. You got to dream like you've never seen obstacles. I stopped that shit. Run that back, and I said, what? You got to dream like you've never seen obstacles? That has to be some powerful optimism and ambition. And I'm like, and I just started going back in his catalog. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for him to rap over a Common track and a Ye track or whatnot, and then be recognized by Jay after being denied, I'm like, I just followed him from a sense. But mainly to this day, right now, is Tyler, Childish Gambino, or Donald Glover, and J. Cole, just inspirational or whatnot. So I'm like, for me, I found out like I love freestyling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like even though writing is my shit, I just love the fact just freestyling is just so fun for me, and that's like where I found like my strength too, because that's where like a lot of the songs I write, it's the same thing with my jokes. I don't write a full song.
Right. Okay.
Oh no.
So like sometimes I'll go on the track and I'll just record that shit over or whatnot, and you know what I'm saying? I'll just do different versions of that shit.
Okay, yeah.
Oh shit, okay, yeah. And then the rest comes or what?
Yeah, the rest comes, yeah, definitely. Like
I guess once you get the vibe.
Visions, my song Visions was originally a freestyle, then I just started writing that shit down or whatnot.
Sick.
You can never kill my vision, word of one, I'm at the mall. You can never kill my vision, word of one, I'm at the mall. You can never kill my vision, word of one, I'm at the mall. I just got done watching WandaVision. I'm like, that shit is hard. Let me shit write that down or whatnot. Yeah. So it just came from there.
Nice. Pull inspiration from anywhere.
Yeah. So you
literally. Oh yeah, definitely.
So you make beats and shit too, but like, so do you do all your recording yourself, or like you go somewhere and do that?
Sometimes I record myself, and then sometimes I go somewhere.
Yeah. Do you mix and master yourself, or you got a guy?
Both.
Both. Oh shit.
Both.
Okay,
both. Like depending on what I have, if it's my phone or my laptop or whatnot, or if I got the funds or whatnot, I'll go to somebody else. But if I'm just doing like some small shit, I'll do it myself.
So I'm kind of like fucking, I don't know what you call it, like digressing or whatever. But I just remembered I was gonna ask you. You mentioned Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, a bunch of times, and I noticed you mentioned him a bunch of times, but he still fell into your like top 3 at the end or whatever.
Oh yeah, because he's not, because I'm like it's mainly because of what he's doing in film. Like even though I'm doing music, I want to do what he did.
Oh, he's an all-around talented human being.
He's a multi-hyphenate, and I want to do it all too.
But
like,
I wanted to ask you about what's the album where it was like he had the song like Redbone or some shit.
That was All My Love or From a Love or something like that. But so, like, that when I first heard that, I'm not gonna front, I didn't think that was him.
Yeah.
Because the way I heard it from someone watching Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
And he was performing it, and he was like, "Yeah, Childish Gambino," and I'm like, I'm hearing it, and it's just this funky 70s, you know what I'm saying, feeling sound or whatnot, and it was just funky. And he had his shirt off, and he had his mustache all grown out. So I'm like, this gonna hit different. This gonna hit different. You always want to do something different as an artist. You never want to hear the same shit that you've heard 10 years.
No, it's true. Yeah. And the thing is that people change too, right? So your perspective changes.
Right, like I still listen to Camp. That shit, like that whole EP was fire. The Camp EP by Childish Gambino. Yeah. So I'm like, I still listen to that, and I'll listen to his more older, like his more recent stuff like that. And I'm like, then I'm just watching the stuff he's been in between that. He's been in The Martian. He's played. He's been in he did a cameo in the Spider-Man movie. He's got he's been an Emmy winner, Grammy Award winner, and stuff like that. So I'm like, this man has done so much stuff since he was dropping Cul-de-sac and Camp and stuff like that too.
But
like Royalty is still a fire mixtape.
Yeah. But the reason why I asked you about that, I don't know what it was called, but the one with Redbone or whatever, was because whatever I'd heard from Childish Gambino before that was a little bit kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like college rap, or like, you know, like that, I don't know, maybe like backpack type shit or whatever, like.
And that's the thing, he ironic, like he was in a backpacker, like he has a song called Backpacker saying fuck the backpackers, like, but that's just the way his music was sounded.
But then he came with that album, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was a little bit like, you know, like.
Nah, like, because the internet changed my life, I bought that album.
But
I literally bought that album. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like he was, while he did something different, like he was like, he pretty much was like, oh no, being black isn't a monolith, and watch me do some wild shit.
Well, and like the thing is like I said, I didn't like it, or at first I didn't like it, but then I grew to like it because. Like I said earlier too, like artists change, or
right.
Not only do they change, but sometimes people come in at a certain mark to get attention, and then they like go their way, you know, or like maybe not even to get attention, but maybe they sign with a record label or some shit, and they
and some shit happens along the way. They either lose themselves, or they find something different, or they hang around certain people and they just create a different sound.
So like it has to happen, and at the same time, like I said, like now I like it, like I grew to like it, because I was like, you know what, man, like like that, even just that song, Redbone,
because I was a lead single, and no funny shit, it was a fire single, but when you really. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if that's the lead single, imagine how the whole album sounds.
Yeah, and that's just it. Is like, so that's what I was getting at too. Is it's like, oh man, I don't like it. It's different. Yeah. But then if like you actually sit there and feel the music like it's genius or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's fire shit. And that's the thing. Another thing too is I separate or not separate, but like sometimes I'm like, this isn't good, and I'm like, it's not good because it's not like some dude spitting boom bap, right? But if you like feel the music, close your eyes for a second and feel that shit, like you're like, oh man, that's fucking fire, you know? Like even Chance the Rapper did kind of the same thing too. He went a little soft too.
Yeah, like that last album, it was like it wasn't bad, but there's I look back and I'm like, oh, he poured his heart. Like even Corday's album, I didn't really like it as much, and he even said that like he could have worked harder on that. But I'm like, Corday's like he's one of my favorite up and coming rappers, right?
Okay.
But as far as like comedians and stuff like that, like Lucas Arnold, he be on TikTok and YouTube. This motherfucker funny as shit.
Lucas Arnold. Yeah, I never heard
Lucas Arnold. Yeah, he's funny as all hell. Andrew Schulz has always been funny as fuck to me.
Yeah. Yo, you know
he's wild funny.
You know this guy Neemanaz?
Oh yeah.
Who?
Neemanaz?
I don't think so.
No, he's from Toronto, but he just did Russell Peters, like 3 nights opening for Russell Peters. But he does this thing like he pretends to be Gary Vee or whatever. Like he does what do you call it? Impression of Gary Vee and shit. And now he's getting impersonation. Yeah, now he's getting like some pretty big attention.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. I'm like with comedy. I'm like, so many doors can open up from that.
True, yeah.
Because with comedy, you're sharing a part of yourself with the world, like, and that's still over a bit. You're still in a vulnerable. You may be telling jokes, but that's still a vulnerable state coming from a person, you know. So that's a really beautiful thing. It is to be recognized by someone for your comedy, especially when you don't realize the impact. It feels really good. Like there are some people that came. There's a lady that came. I came to do stand up, but the last time I was there, I performed some of my music, and she's, I came to hear you sing, and I'm like, jokes on you. I got jokes today. I'm not wearing my music hat today, but it's just nice that people recognize you for certain things. Like some people like some people really like the song Candy Panties.
Yeah.
But my favorite song is Visions and Hyperspace Heartbreak. But I'm saying I had fun making all those songs.
Damn. Hey, bro. We just got a warning on our Zoom meeting because we didn't pay for the premium. We got 5 minutes. You want us to start a new one and call you back?
We can do a part 2 of this another time, actually.
No, that's fair, man. No, that's good, man. That's why I was asking because we got 5 minutes. So if you want to take off now, we'll say salut.
Yeah, definitely, man. Real quick, my YouTube, Spotify, Sha Mercurial. My podcast on Spotify, You're Welcome with Shaquem Green. That'll be under my name, Sha Mercurial too. I got EPs out. I got Sunships in my Starship, and I have the
which is sick, by the way.
Yeah, and I got another EP out. I forget the name of the moment for a minute, but it's all on Spotify and stuff like that. I do comedy. Hit me up anytime if you have suggestions about what I want to do, what you want to hear. You want me to make a beat on live, let me know. I also stream video games from time to time too.
Dope.
So you guys be easy. As I'm saying, like we gotta. I'm always on live and stuff like that. Instagram, YouTube, every occasional Twitch. But I'll be uploading another episode of my podcast this weekend, so look out for that. Dropping some more music next month, actually. Got a song called "Feels Like God" coming out, so be on the lookout for that.
Right, sick, man.
Send it out.
I just have one more question before we say peace out. Are you actually Vontae's twin brother?
Yes, that's my biological fraternal twin.
Okay. Because
older than that, man.
I know that I knew this and we went over this, but I wasn't sure. And these guys weren't sure, and I was like, yo, it's something we need to talk about. Yeah. But on the part 2, for sure.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, definitely.
Hopefully next time we can have you right in the studio, but we appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Thanks for sitting down with us, especially too, since it looks like you're literally fucking about to go to work or whatever. So thank you, man. You're always working, and I see that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no problem. You guys be easy, and thank you for having me on your platform.
Fucking right. Have a good night, brother.
Soon,
all right.
bro.
You too. No problem.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
Sick, man.
Well, at least we got that in.
So,
as if
with the 5-minute thing, I actually was gonna open my shit and try and like do it.
Yeah.
And with the see if we could make me a host and continue
Right.
on. And then I just panicked. But well, because also I thought if he's like almost, because he said that he was about to start work, or not about to, but like he said he was going to work or whatever. Yeah. So I mean that's still half an hour away.
But yeah, that was a good like icebreaker.
No, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like he had a lot to say, and like all I could think throughout this whole episode was, holy shit, we need another episode for this.
Yeah,
I was just like, man,
it seems like with all like the stuff, like he said he was into like film and stuff too, and I wanted to ask
we didn't
him
even get to talk about his podcast.
So yeah, he's exactly. So even so, like the podcast, I wanted to get into a little more about the like relation with Vontae or whatever, like all this shit, because Vontae lives here and like he lives there, and you know, so I was like, I'm just like, holy shit, like we haven't even really covered the stuff that like, you know, like I have so many questions left, right? So that's cool, and at the same time too, it's like
definitely open-ended.
It's so like everyone else is like, oh shit, well, this was the mic, this was the camera for him, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, and partway through, so I was just looking up here at the mic, or at the monitor. I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, shit, I'm like, if that's the camera, then like he thinks I'm looking away. And I'm like, if that's the camera, he definitely thinks I'm looking away. So then I was like, shit. So I kind of look in between them, be like, yeah.
Damn.
But I wasn't sure which one was which. I'm like, shit. So that's why at one point I'm like, hey, like this one.
Yeah. And I thought we talked about it before we.
Well, you said, and that's why I figured it was that camera, because you said something. You said once it came up on the screen, I was like, oh, cool, yeah, whatever. And you were like, oh, yeah, like, that's the camera or something, right? But that's all I heard. Okay. So then I was just like, oh, yeah, like, but I just thought it was like, oh, that's another fucking thing.
Yeah, me too.
So then whenever, like I said, we were actually on Zoom and I was trying to figure out which one, I'm like, that must have been what he was saying, you know? Like,
and you
I think he could see, though, that you were at a table and, like, a podcast setup with, like, everything, right? You know? So, like,
yeah.
But I'm looking between this TV and then this.
Well, yeah, and if you...
But everyone watching the podcast later, it will make sense because you'll be looking at the camera, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, that's
no,
a good
it's
point.
sick, man.
But it's funny because you point to that camera and I'm like, oh, yeah, he's like asking Jonesy to use that angle instead of this angle.
No,
that's what I picked up, And then, so the whole time, like, I was just, like, ignoring that camera. Yeah.
Shit, man. No, it was good. So yeah, Sha Mercurial.
Sha Mercurial.
I don't know everything. I like even at the end he named everything as Sha Mercurial.
Yeah, it wasn't Mercury. Yeah.
It's funny I can say gondola, but I can't say Mercurial. But it's the gondola effect. But no, what I'm getting at is so yeah, I think maybe I don't know. It's Sha Mercurial. It's the thing that he said. Possibly, yeah.
Either way.
But
hopefully we'll have some links to post.
Yeah, we'll get them all posted.
Yeah, for sure. Which reminds me too, we have to put that eCam link somewhere.
Yeah.
Vontae even asked me whenever he was like doing the description. He's like, "Did you have something for the description?" I'm like, "I don't know. There's something somewhere, but I don't know where it is."
Yeah.
And it's like just copy and paste and then fill in the blanks.
Exactly do that.
Yeah, because I remember I made the one where it had like our links, but then it had like a space to put their links. Excuse me, but it would just be like having to get those links.
Right? Yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, I would like to do the eCam thing because it was beautiful and
it was, man, yeah.
And I know that Vontae rocks them, so
it works.
Big gang, fucking gang. Don't you like the diamonds?
Diamonds all day.
Don't you like the diamonds?
Black diamonds, those are the most difficult.
Yeah.
Black diamonds.
Oh, shit, man.
Proceed with caution.
I also got, I just thought of this because I saw this, but I got this fucking lip chap.
Yeah. Right. It was also
with the Assholes Live Forever package,
right.
And the lip chap. You know how, like, you know, it says like chapstick or whatever. So like it looked like if you like glance at it real quick, it looks like chapstick. It's all labeled the same and stuff, but instead of chapstick, it says "suck my dick."
Oh man,
Oh,
that's
shit.
some good
Stuff.
merch for sure.
Yeah, actually, fucking speaking of merch, I have a shirt out right now. That's pretty cool, and you'll probably love it.
Fuck. Let's get it.
Link in bio. I don't know where it is. Link in description.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. But yeah, you'll see it. It's gangster stuff. Redbubble. You already know what it is. So yeah, I'm good with that, baby.
Yeah,
Because
man.
we didn't even. He was talking about freestyle, and I was like, I should ask him if he wants to freestyle right now.
The audio
but I was
would
like,
have been like
Yeah.
bad for it though.
well,
man.
because yeah, it would be delayed.
Yeah.
Well, he would have to play a song. And
Yeah,
then-
yeah.
Yeah,
to
it was
do it
just
all.
like I don't
It
know.
wouldn't- it wouldn't work
find,
out
like, the
that
Zoom
way.
thing, like it's great and all, but like
But
the audio kept cutting out a bunch of times.
There's a
I'm like,
moment
yeah,
where-
yeah, that's for him.
And
I
that
think
was- I
that's
think that
the
was-
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it must
or
have
not
been on his
Wi-Fi, the
end.
Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly because sometimes it does that to me too on my
Right.
Bluetooth. But yeah, I don't like Zoom. But no, it actually worked out really good either way. But I thought of that. I'm like, oh, I should ask him freestyle, and then I was like, well, like, if anything, because the freestyle is kind of like towards the end, right? And I'm like, but we have so much more to cover.
Yeah.
So then I was like, well, so much more to cover. So I was like, yeah, don't ask him to freestyle yet. And then I was thinking about also the lightning round.
Yeah, yeah.
Like shit. So like,
Yeah.
even
so
other
much.
than like, oh, part 2, we need to get more information. There's still like, part 3, we're gonna have to do the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
lightning round and the freestyle.
Yeah, the games we play. and
Oh
fucking
shit! But
stories
hopefully,
we
yeah,
tell.
hopefully we can get him in studio. Cause
Yeah,
he,
yeah,
like,
that'd be way better.
because
for
I
sure.
figure if he was supposed to come and then didn't,
He'll come again.
that there's like
another
plan
chance.
another, yeah,
Yeah,
We'll have to
coming soon.
message him and let him know to hit us up.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Most
Yo,
def.
fuck! I just want to like high five,
Yeah.
like you know,
Okay,
fucking
good,
right, man. That was
High
good
fives all
stuff.
around.
Nice. We even got that one. I didn't even have to use the reacher for that one.
shit.
All right, any
Fuck.
motherfucking way.
That's 189.
189, baby. I'm Styles the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together with the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Gang, gang. Peace out, everybody.
Much love, everybody. Catch you on the next one.
Appreciate you, baby. Gang.